How goes it, everybody? My name is Howitzer, and welcome back to SnowRunner. And yeah, Season 15 is finally here. And it's about damn time, if you ask me. So, with a new season, obviously, comes a new map, and as well as a few new trucks. And today, I'm going to show you how to get those trucks. Let's just get into it. Alright, so we're in Quebec. And right off the bat, if you want to get that big truck, the Elephant, you're going to want to go to the Petrole Platform Quebec. And go down to Flexible Solution. And what you have to do is you got to take a pretty big trailer from this area over here. And as you can see, I have not done anything with this map yet. So I'm going to be learning it just like you. So take that trailer from there and bring her all the way down here to this oil platform. And then your reward is the Slater ST-816 Elephant. So grab your favorite truck of choice and make sure you got saddle high too. Let's go get this thing. Future Howitzer here. Don't forget, also bring some fuel with you as well, because you will need to fuel up the truck in order to get it. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come out of the garage and take one of these trails here. Because obviously this bridge is out, and that doesn't really take you, I would say, the best way. You would have to go around quite a bit, and I don't even know what's over here yet. So you're going to want to take this way. Now you're going to want a decent truck too, because you're going to have to do some frozen water crossing here, and it can get a little shitty. Come up this side. Of course, you can just go around, but I always get the watchtowers first, and I just went down the side of this hill. It's nice, quick, and easy. Not a lot of trees in the way. This right here, though, this little crossing here, make sure you have a decent truck, because this was actually really bad through here. Come up over here. It's on the back side of this warehouse right here. I'm using the Kenny C500 10x10. I have no problem doing anything. But let's go on a little journey and see what it takes to get this trailer over to the oil platform. All right, we're coming up to that one little crossing right here. This will not be very fun with an in-game truck, I don't think. Yeah, I think it'll be kind of bad. Let's actually follow some of the trails here. I won't go off-roading too much with it, but I think we can get away with following the lakeside here, coming up through here again to get across. Of course, you probably could have went over here and did your crossing here. Doesn't really matter. And maybe a 10x10 might not be the best decision, even though this is a very, very OP truck, but it's also very long, and this trailer is not short. This is a pretty big trailer, so proceed with caution with that as well. But this region actually does look fairly nice. It doesn't look bad. It seems like it's gonna be a, I wouldn't say difficult region, but it might present some challenges that I do believe are needed, because it has been, well, pretty much twice as long as what it usually takes to get a update. Yeah, looks pretty nice. Look at that little snowman. Coming across the second water crossing here. This little ice crossing, I should say. This one isn't as bad, but you might bury your truck. Maybe like the 605R if you're an in-game truck kind of person. Maybe the 605R would probably do this fairly well. All right, now we're back by the garage. We're gonna see where this road takes us. All right, so coming down this road, there is a landslide here. But I think if you have a good enough truck, I think you can sneak by it. I don't think you're gonna have an issue. The trailer might give you some issues, but if you're using a modded truck, you got no problems. That's not a huge roadblock. Yeah, look at this. This is a cool place over here, huh? Wow. They really went all out with this one. I don't mind this one so far. All right, we're pulling up to the, oh boy, to the drop off here. And there's the truck right there sitting there. Let's go deliver this trailer though. There we go. And once you fuel up the truck, looks like that big bastard is yours. So this is the elephant, huh? Oh boy. I wonder if you gotta go get upgrades for this thing or not. Let's do a quick little drive around here. How does the horn sound? Six out of 10. Oh yeah, you're not winning any speed races with this thing, are you? Oh boy. Alright. Let's take her to the garage here. Let's see what we can all do to it. Alright, so there is some stuff that is unlockable, at least the engine and the suspension. Okay. Alright, so you got the crane, supplies, and then just saddle high. Only saddle high. So this truck is very limited on what it can do. Okay. So I think I'm going to show you how to get those upgrades as well. Alright, so for the engine upgrade, it is way over here. They did not make this one very easy to get to. This one is quite far away from the garage. If you have a modded truck, it's not terrible to get to. You might actually benefit from going this way and around and then finding your way up the top of this goddamn mountain to get to this upgrade here. But it's here. And that is for the H16 engine. Right there. Let's go get the suspension one. Alright, now from where you get the engine upgrade, it's not that far. This is where the suspension upgrade is. So find your way down the mountain. Don't try and cross this. This bridge is out. So just do what I did. Just lob yourself off the side of off the cliff there. And go down, go around. And that'll take you to this little cabin. And the active suspension upgrade. Alright, now I've shown you how to get the truck and to get the upgrades. It's time to see what this thing will actually do. This truck is not small. It's a pretty beefy truck. It sucks that it's limited to what it can do. Here's the inside. Definitely seems like an older truck. Look at that, like, 90s radio in it. It actually doesn't look all that bad in here for an in-game truck. Yeah. Diff lock is on all the time, which is... wow. It's about time they actually did something right. And of course, it will pull your big boy trailers. It does seem like we got a new trailer here. A 6 slot that carries fuel and parts. That is interesting. Hey, that's cool. I think we should go see how it does, though. Let's run her through the gauntlet here. Ooh, and she's smoky, man. Ooh. Golly. This is not a small truck, and it turns. It turns like a big truck, too. We'll put her in all-wheel drive right away. We'll take her through the washed out river here and see how it does. See how these in-game tires actually do. Well, we couldn't hold on to whatever gear we were in. I think we were in 5th gear. But it actually went through this little area fairly well. Now it's time for the real test. How is it going to do Swampy Town? We're rocking 5th gear. So far, it's not doing terrible. Get into the little bit of deeper stuff. It's still chugging along in 5th gear. I have a feeling, yep, right there, we dropped. But we're cruising along, and it's shifting gears going through this, which is pretty impressive. Here comes the downed trees. I can't believe it's actually doing this well. Having diff lock on all the time does mean quite a bit. Here comes the deep spot. Let's see what happens when we get into some real deep stuff. Well, we just shifted into 5th. Obviously can't hold on to it. This thing is actually impressing me. Of course, we're not pulling any sort of weight or anything like that. But damn, this thing actually did really, really well. And I didn't even raise the suspension. I totally forgot about it. Hey, this thing actually, it raises that body up fairly well. Here comes the river. We're in 5th gear. And it made its way well, we dropped right at the end, but it made its way through the river in 5th gear. Did they actually add a decent truck for once? Let's go see how it pulls some stuff, though. Alright, so I grabbed that 6 slot trailer with the fuel and the parts. I got 6 things of cement. Let's go see how this thing does. We're going to take her down the little trail here. We're going to see if it'll actually pull the hill. Now, this probably isn't the trailer that you should be using for this. And I'm probably making a huge mistake. But I'm definitely not known for having good ideas. So we'll see if she actually pulls the hill. Let's see if it actually has enough in it to do it. Now, is the crane screwing with me? Let's move the crane out of the way. Just in case that was causing us some problems. Come on, you big bastard. Oh, she's slowly doing it. Definitely what I'm noticing, it doesn't quite have enough power to spin all 6 tires. In regular low, it'll spin most of them, but in low plus, there's just a couple that don't quite want to go. Well, there we go. We're starting to move here. Come on, keep going. Oh, and I'm pulling quite a bit of weight here. Let's see if I can actually get the winch to lock on to something here. You just got to get past this one part here, because this is a pretty crappy spot. Alright, after way too long and way too much winching, I'm finally getting it to the top of this goddamn hill. Alright, this might be a little much for this truck. I might have, I might have bit off a little more than I can chew. But that's what the test is all about, damn it. Alright, so we finally made it. Yeah, this thing isn't made to do this kind of stuff. That is for sure. But this isn't an off-road trailer as well. So you got to be careful of hanging the trailer up as well. But it seems like there's enough tires on this trailer where you actually might not hang it up as bad as what you might think. Let's try the downhill here. Oh boy. Ah, there we go. This part might get interesting. I might hang the trailer up right here. Oh no. Come on, keep pulling through it. Oh wow. Had enough momentum. Get her through there. I think with a truck this size, I think this truck deserves to have at least an S power to weight. I think it's only A, which is kind of odd. I think a truck of this size deserves at least an S. What? With all the winching and everything out of the way, this thing, it's not bad for an in-game truck. It's not terrible. I can only imagine what this thing is going to be like once one of the modders gets their hands on it. Either a Mr. Buses or maybe AGL, I don't know. Maybe diesel. Somebody get their hands on this thing and turn it into an absolute animal. Well, I mean, it is called the elephant after all, so yep. But I guess if you do some careful winching, I mean, it will do what you need it to do. Let's just send her on down the hill here. I have not taken any suspension damage. Oh, there we go. I just had to say it. But I would say this thing actually isn't all that bad. For a big old in-game truck, I'd say this thing is actually... It's actually one of the better ones. It's about time that they put a decent truck out there. I guess for a lot of situations, once this thing does downshift and it goes back into first gear, it does pull itself along pretty well. Let's see what happens in the puddle here. We're in fifth gear. I kind of figured we were going to drop. How well is it going to pull it out? All right. Not bad. I would say, I think they finally actually made a decent truck. For once. I have seen all I need to see. Well, that was everything with the Slater Elephant for an in-game truck. I do gotta say, they didn't do a bad job. I wish it was a little more capable. I do believe it needs a little more power to weight. That would be nice. Only having saddle height kind of sucks. The crane is kind of a cool feature, I guess. I mean, the repair parts and everything, that's pretty cool. That trailer, that's a pretty decent trailer. Overall, it's not terrible. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Not bad. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.